Over the past year, Brawl Stars has seen a massive drop in popularity, over 50% compared to 2024, with views dropping for every content creator. Because of that, many YouTubers either left or decided to switch to Clash Royale, which suddenly started dominating every Supercell game, even doubling Brawl Stars' monthly income. But why was this the case? Were the updates really that bad? Or was Supercell actually trying to push players away from Brawl Stars on purpose? Though, before we get to that point, we need to understand how Brawl Stars even reached its peak in the first place. On April 20th, 2024, Brawl Stars introduced Mutations, followed by the June 22nd update, the most viewed Brawl Talk ever on the official channel. That update brought back old features mixed with brand new game modes. Then came the SpongeBob collaboration in August, and the Angels vs. Demon event right after. October, though, was the real turning point for Brawl Stars, because everything that came after went terribly wrong.
So it was a collab with Toy Story and was promising to be a great update, but this one just didn't seem to be good. People were just super upset about Buzz Lightyear, probably the most annoying brawler in the game that the game ever had.
The removal of masteries mixed with the recycled events completely killed the fun, and more importantly, the content creation side of the game.
Because this game is actually not providing enough content for content creators to grind and make the video out of it.
But we'll get back to that later, because when Brawl Stars hits its all-time low, a forgotten game started to blow up, breaking every Supercell record: Clash Royale. Clash Royale became viral especially after Brawl Stars confirmed its decline at the start of 2025. Supercell also implemented some good updates.
Clash Royale addressed the trophy road and ranked systems, with seasonal resets, unique rewards, and progression that feels rewarding instead of punishing. Supercell officially turned it into a hub game, like Fortnite, but, Clashified. The headline? A brand new game mode called Merge Tactics.
The Clash Royale comeback was also thanks to content creators like Jinxie, Ken, and others, but nothing would have happened without the good changes of the game. After a couple of months, in August, Clash Royale reached up to $67 million of revenue.
We already know about the Jinxie effect, Ken effect as well. But guys, they actually stepped up in the last update. They made an update that was at least average or above average. Look at what it was in May, 28 million. June, 41 million.
But what if I told you this exact cycle already happened 4 years ago? On March 14th, 2020, Brawl Stars added Gadgets, a new feature that gave the game a fresh feel and boosted its popularity. That success was confirmed just 2 months later on May 9th with the release of the Brawl Pass, a complete game changer. It encouraged daily logins, seasonal rewards, and a more stable monetization cycle overall. With those two updates combined, Brawl Stars became one of the most downloaded apps for the very first time. But it didn't last long. Players started noticing a serious problem that came with all these big updates: trophy pushing. You see, ever since the very first release of Brawl Stars, Supercell never really changed the ladder system. Players had to grind as much as possible every season to gain trophies, but as new brawlers kept getting added even more with the Brawl Pass seasonal brawler, that grind became unbearable. People started feeling forced to play every single day for hours. Supercell tried to fix this on December 13th, 2020 by extending the trophy season from 14 to 28 days, basically doubling the time players could push. At first, it sounded like a good change, but it only lasted a month before players realized it didn't fix anything. It just made each season longer without touching the system behind it. That's when things really started going downhill. In March 2021, Supercell added Power League, followed by the Club Wars update in November 2021. Arguably the worst Brawl Talk ever released. Most of the features from that update were later removed or completely reworked. As some players said at the time, no other update has been such a mistake compared to this. And just like that, Brawl Stars had reached its lowest point ever. But what about Clash Royale? In 2020, Clash Royale was at its absolute lowest. Then, around mid-2021, things started to shift. Supercell released a turning point update that expanded the trophy road and added actual rewards for pushing, giving players a reason to play again. Later, on October 25th, 2021, they introduced two massive features: Champions and Level 2014. Although the new levels resulted quite unfair for the free-to-play players, this was necessary for the game in long terms.
There were a lot of maxed players in the game with pretty much nothing to do except push ladder. And if you had been playing for years up to this point, it was actually pretty common for a lot of even free-to-play players to have a maxed account and nothing else to do.
That's when everything changed. The game skyrocketed in revenue, player count, and community interest, reaching its highest point after many years of silence. It's almost like Supercell knows exactly when to let a game fade and when to revive it again. Not by accident, but by design. After analyzing the graphs with the rises and falls of the games, we can clearly see a pattern. In 2020, Brawl Stars was peaking in interest while Clash Royale was pretty down. In 2021, Clash Royale came back, meanwhile Brawl Stars wasn't at its best. Then it repeats going in 2024 where Brawl Stars peaked. And in conclusion, we arrive in 2025 to see that Clash Royale is back on top. Supercell has always followed the same cycle: a massive update, a hype explosion, a burnout phase, and then silence until something new comes out. You may wonder why there aren't many creators that talk about this. Well, that's no surprise considering Supercell is well known to silence criticism by striking YouTube channels and removing videos. This video is titled as an expose of Supercell, and even though it'll probably get taken down or demonetized, there are some things that must be said about the company.
They copyright striked his channel into the ground, and then they went on and went after his Discord, after his Twitter, after his Twitch. They went in and copyright striked everything, and because Supercell has been known to do things like this, then they intimidate the entire content creator community into silence because nobody else wants to be the next victim of what they are doing.
We've already seen Supercell squeeze every possible system of monetization, and I get it. Every free-to-play game needs money to survive, but the way it's done and when it's done is what tells the real story, and there's always a line. The moment when smart monetization turns into betraying the players who built the game. Take Clash Royale for example. That line was actually crossed with the release of level 15 only a year after level 14.
I'm gonna take a stand. I am not gonna upgrade a single card to level 15.
A change that invalidated years of progression overnight.
Not until they change the conversion rate or lower the amount of wildcards per card to upgrade to level 15. And I'm not gonna budge, ever.
And talking about Brawl Stars, was replacing Masters with records really necessary?
We removed masteries to replace them for records, so people don't have to do that grinding anymore. So what do they add? What could be the exact opposite of much grinding to get in-game progress? Yes, even more grinding, winning 300 games with a brawler, dry as that, but not for progress. No, for record points.
So the question is, what's next? If this pattern continues, 2026 could be the year Brawl Stars comes back again. The next update will be about the map maker rework as told in the 2025 roadmap, which will allow content creators to create new video ideas. Supercell also needs to make changes to the current trophy system and fix some issues with clubs and ranked. But if there's one thing Supercell proved over the years, it's that no game truly dies. It just waits for the next big update to rise again. Alright, hope you found that interesting. This is actually Savor helping out with the voiceover today, so you can kind of think of this as a collab. If you like Brawl Stars history and commentary, you can check out one of my videos. It's literally all I do.